It's only a kick, a jump, a block. It's only a serve. It's only a tackle, a run. It's only for the fans. After all, it's only pressure. You got this. Adidas.
Hey there! Did you know Baker's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices? And when you download the Baker's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Baker's today. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Why take one vacation with the family when you could take all of them? With Royal Caribbean, you don't just go to the beach. You visit a private island and race down the tallest water slide in North America. You don't just go for a road trip. You ATV and zip line through the jungle. You don't just go somewhere new. You rappel down waterfalls and discover ancient temples. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
This episode is brought to you by Hyperice, the leader in advanced warm-up and recovery technology. They have tons of innovative products, like Venom-heated wearables to help soothe sore back muscles, Normatec compression boots to speed up recovery and increase circulation, and Hypervolt massage guns to improve mobility. Loved by athletes like Naomi Osaka and Erling Haaland. Try them yourself. Get 10% off your order with the code MOVE at hyperice.com.
Welcome back, Ram fans. This is Rams Up, your favorite LA Rams podcast. We are proud members of the Fans First Sports Network. That's fansfirstsports.com. You can also follow us on YouTube. Our channel is at LA Rams Up. I'm your host, Mark. You'll hear from my co-host, Tom, on occasion as well. Hey, we're not Rams insiders. We're just longtime fans who love talking about our Los Angeles Rams. Let's get to it. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 391, and the craziness is getting closer and closer. Man, our roundtable last night, Tom and Ian, got me really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a roller coaster starting Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week when we start hearing these rumors and these free agents start moving. How active are the Rams going to be? We hope to squeeze in another round table next Tuesday night, right in the middle of that legal tampering period, I guess is what they call it. Going to be a lot of fun. Expect the Rams to be extremely active early on. At least that's what I hope. This episode, I'm going to share with you 13 random thoughts about the Rams and the state of the NFL. Get to that in a second. Episode 91, I'm going to talk about a player who wore number 91 real quickly here. Been a lot of great ones, actually. Chris Long, Kevin Green. I'll even mention Greg Gaines. I'm going sideways on you here. I had forgotten that Leslie O'Neal, the great Charger defensive tackle, had played for the Rams in 1996 and 1997 in St. Louis towards the end of his career. He was a member of our St. Louis Rams right before the greatest show on turf. Had a great career with the Chargers. Had 105 sacks for them. Played 31 games for the Rams and had 17 sacks. Not bad. Then moved on to the Chiefs. He is number 20 on the all-time sack list. Hey, if the Colts can take credit for Eric Dickerson, and the Raiders too, by the way, we can take credit for Leslie O'Neal. Leslie O'Neal, one of our great Rams back in 1996 and 1997. You know, in reviewing that sack list, it crossed my mind, where are the 49ers on this list? The all-time leader in sacks for the 49ers is Cedric Hardman, 108 sacks. Rams have three guys well ahead of him, Deacon Jones, Jack Youngblood and Aaron Donald all have more than the top 49er. Just had to throw that in there. And I'm going to give you a free agency trivia question. This one should be easy. If you have your thinking cap on, share the answer at the end. In 1997, the Rams signed the Oakland Raiders' leading tackler, a linebacker. Led the Raiders in tackles in 1995 and 1996, came over to the Rams and played with them through the 2000 season. I'm not giving you any hints. Answer at the end here. Hey everybody, for my Rams Ruminations segment this time around, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to share with you my 13 thoughts, my 13 random thoughts that have occurred to me over the last couple of days regarding our Los Angeles Rams and the NFL. Random thought number 1. Hey, when I'm wrong, I never revisit the subject, but when I'm right, I'm going to remind you, and man, was I right about Russell Wilson. I've been kind of banging on Russell Wilson since his last couple of years in Seattle. Didn't get the Broncos trading for him. I thought it was going to end badly, and man, this is turning out to be one of the worst trades in the history of the National Football League. He's going to go play somewhere now for the veterans minimum. Maybe someone will use him as a bridge quarterback. Maybe one of these teams that's drafting a rookie. They'll bring in Russell to mentor him for a year. But man, sorry, I got that one right. An $85 million dead cap hit in total. Ouch. Random thought number 2 of my 13 thoughts. You know, if J.J. McCarthy keeps on rising up the draft boards, this is good for the Rams. Rams have no interest in a quarterback. And if J.J. McCarthy gets into that top 10 or even the top 15, that's good for the Rams. Means one more high-quality player is going to be available. And they're saying there's only, I think, 15 or 16 players that are first-round rated in this year's draft. Hopefully one of them falls to the Rams, and hopefully at the right position. And J.J. McCarthy going higher than he deserves to. At least that's my take right now. Good for the Rams. Random thought number 3. Jason Kelce retiring, is that going to elevate the value of Coleman Shelton on the free agent market? I mean, Coleman Shelton is no Jason Kelce, but there's only so many players worthy of starting at center in the NFL, and Coleman Shelton is definitely one of them. Random thought number 4. If Shelton does move on, should the Rams make a run at Lloyd Cushenberry, the Denver Broncos center? He's a free agent, 26 years old, a third-round pick of the Broncos in 2020, and he graded out really well last year, especially in pass blocking. Random thought number 5, more of an observation. Cameron DeSilva, the prolific Rams writer, one of the better Rams writers out there in my opinion, he did a roundup of the various mock drafts across cyberspace, 15 of them. 4 had the Rams taking an offensive tackle, 4 different offensive tackles, Fuaga, Fuatanu, Lathan, and Guyton, the last one after trading back to number 23. 1 draft had the Rams taking an interior offensive lineman, Jackson Powers Johnson. It might be a little early for Jackson Powers Johnson at that spot, but man, he's pretty close to a sure thing. 5 mock drafts had the Rams taking an edge rusher. I think they're all wrong. 3 of them had the Rams taking Latu, 1 Florida State edge rusher Verse, and Darius Robinson. 1 mock draft had the Rams taking a quarterback, Bo Nix. Dead wrong on that one. And 4 had the Rams taking a cornerback, Cooper DeJean in 3 of them, and Nate Wiggins in the other. Random thought number 6. L'Jarius Sneed has been franchise tagged by the Chiefs. Is this a potential tag and trade situation? Would the Rams make a run at him? It's going to be pretty pricey. I went back and looked at some tag and trade situations, and the one that lines up the most closely with this situation, in 2019, the Seahawks tagged Frank Clark and then traded him and a 2019 third-round pick to the Chiefs in return for a 2019 first and third round pick, and a 2020 second round pick. If the Rams could work out a reasonable long-term deal, maybe a 3-year deal for Snead, giving up that much, I don't know, I'd still be against it.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Why take one vacation with the family when you could take all of them? With Royal Caribbean, you don't just go to the beach. You visit a private island and race down the tallest water slide in North America. You don't just go for a road trip. You ATV and zip line through the jungle. You don't just go somewhere new. You rappel down waterfalls and discover ancient temples. Because this isn't just any vacation. This is all the vacations. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
With threats to our nation waiting around every corner, adaptability is more important than ever. When conditions change without notice, quick strategic thinking is crucial. And with obstacles consistently impending, determination is essential in overcoming them. It's this willingness, decisiveness, and resilience that sets Marines apart. With our fighting spirit, we don't just fight battles, we win them. Marines are the constant our nation counts on to fight the unknown. And through adaptable problem solving, we do just that. Learn more at marines.com.
This episode is brought to you by Pepsi Wild Cherry. Pepsi Wild Cherry is bursting with delicious cherry flavor and a sweet, crisp taste that gives you more to go wild for. Getting wild may look different these days, but whether it's opting for a solo Friday binge watch or a big night out, everyone can indulge in their wild side with Pepsi Wild Cherry. Also available in Zero Sugar. So grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Random thought number 7, Justin Fields to the Falcons, right? That's what we're all hearing. Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins is saying he might be moving to Atlanta. Random thought number 8, what is the over-under on the number of trades the Rams will make with teams coached by former Rams assistants? And that includes the Bengals, Packers, Vikings, and my number one candidate, the Falcons. Now, we used to have the Chargers on this list, but no more with Staley moving on. And I don't think the Rams and Chargers are going to be talking trade. I don't think they were when Staley was there, and I doubt they are now, not with the relationship they have in Los Angeles. Random thought number 9. What would it mean if the Falcons trade out of number 8? Let's say they make a trade for Justin Fields. Would that be a sweet spot for the Rams to move up to? And I looked on the mock draft database. I finagled with their trading system, trying to find a deal that would work, and I did find one. And I might be supportive of this situation. The Rams would give up the 19th pick overall, their third round pick, number 100 overall, and 2 fifth-round picks, plus next year's second round pick. In return, they get that number 8 pick, Rome Odunze, perhaps, Terrion Arnold, one of the great tackles, and they'd also get the Falcons' fifth-round pick, number 142 overall, which they could then package later on in the draft and move back up into the 4th round. In that scenario, making those 2 trades, they'd end up with 7 picks, but it'd be a pretty nice haul, and most importantly, they'd get a top 8 player. Random thought number 10. With Wilson on the free agent market now, how many teams are looking for a new quarterback? I counted 10, and I'm including the Bears. I kind of think they're looking for a new quarterback. They're going to draft one, right? Maybe not. Maybe they roll with Fields. So it's 9 or 10. 10 if we count the Bears. The other teams, the Vikings, with Kirk Cousins a free agent. The Falcons, definitely. They're not moving forward with Desmond Ridder. It's either a draft pick or a trade. 4th up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, probably going to bring back Mayfield. 5th, the Commanders, not happy with Sam Howell, although I might consider bringing him back. Number 6, the Steelers, not happy with Kenny Pickett. I feel the same way, though. I might roll with him if I was the Steelers. Number 7, the Patriots. Number 8, the Titans. No more Ryan Tannehill to kick around. Number 9, obviously the Broncos. They will draft a quarterback. And number 10, the Raiders. And what starter quality quarterbacks are on the market? Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Ryan Tannehill, Russell Wilson, maybe Jimmy G? Random thought number 11. How upset would you be if once this free agent period kicks off, the first thing the Rams do is sign a kicker, someone like Will Lutz? I was originally going to call out Kai Fairbairn. Texans retained him though. Will Lutz, next man up, had a decent year. Not a giant leg, his longest kick was 52 yards, but man, we just need somebody we can rely on. Now, I know a lot of you are expecting a big bang come Wednesday or Thursday, but don't be overly disappointed if the first signing is someone like Will Lutz. Random thought number 12. Man, poor Bobby Wagner. Such a great career in Seattle. Comes to LA for 1 year. Sean McVay's worst year. Heads back to Seattle. They missed the playoffs, kind of peter out at the end. And now they have a new coach. Both starting safeties, cap casualties. Where does that leave the Seahawks? Bobby Wagner can't be thrilled. I guess he's going to play out his career there in Seattle. I'd love for it to end well for Bobby Wagner, just not in Seattle. Kind of a bummer. Very easy player to root for. He's just on the wrong team. And random thought number 13, bringing up those safeties that were released again. You got Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams, and Rayshon Jenkins. Should John Johnson or Jordan Fuller sign back up with the Rams when they had the chance? I think Johnson was offered a deal. That's what it sounded like. These guys hitting the street. It's going to make it harder for John Johnson to find a job. Hey, maybe he ends up in Seattle. Maybe one of these Seattle safeties end up in LA. That's my random thoughts as of today, 1 week before free agency starts. And the answer to my trivia question, the Oakland Raiders linebacker that was signed by the Rams, led the Raiders in tackles in 1995 and 1996, came over to the Rams as a free agent in 1997, played with the Rams for 4 years, one extremely eventful year, linebacker Mike Jones, responsible for perhaps the most memorable play in Rams history, the tackle in that Super Bowl win over the Titans. That's going to do it for this episode. Remember, you can reach us at ramsuppodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget about our YouTube channel. Our handle is at laramsup.com. Till next time, keep the horns up, stay safe, and have fun out there.